How are you doing? A very important message for the men. Make una hear this message, oh. Never,
My
ever.
correct, loving, and wonderful people, you guys are welcome back to this channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on when my video gets to you. Please, guys, if you're just joining us, show us some love and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, like, share the video. God bless you for doing that. And if you are following us before, thank you so much. God bless you for blessing us. My correct, loving, and wonderful people, that the Freeze has spoken. Yes, so he made a very controversial statement. Two different controversial statements in his video, of which I want to take you through. But first of all, let us listen to the video. He actually made a video talking about the double standard of life in Africa, in Nigeria, in some part of the world. How it's actually affecting some marriages, some relationships. Let us listen to him before we add salt and maggi to what he said.
I get another thing where I want to yarn. And this message is for mothers-in-law. Dear mothers-in-law, you have a son, young, fine man, single, no children, who is doing well. And you don't want him to marry a divorcee or a single mother with children. But you want your single mother daughter or your divorcee daughter to marry a young man who is doing well. Sometimes we are mothers and fathers to our children, but we end up becoming witches and wizards to their spouses. You go from church to church, and the only person that needs deliverance is your mindset. Whatever you want for your son, remember to want it for the woman whose son your daughter will marry. Let me break this down to you. A mother will not want her son who is doing well to marry a single mother or a divorcee. But that same mother will want her single mother daughter or divorcee daughter to marry a young man who is doing well. The way you are considering your son is the way you should consider the woman whose son your daughter will marry.
My correct, loving, and wonderful people, as I said earlier, that the Freeze is speaking from experience because he actually married a lady who was married before to another man with 3 children. So maybe at that process, he has gotten 1 or 2 advice kicking against that marriage. But all what it takes is love. Once you love somebody, you should have that mindset, and people should allow you to exercise the love that you have for somebody. And again, I think he's not lying, he's saying the truth. It happens in some families, it happens with some parents. That is actually true. In another video, Daddy Freeze also came out to advise men and also advised how some certain things should be given or should be distributed if you are a married man. He used a car as an example, that you shouldn't give Highlander to your mother while you are giving an ordinary Corolla to your wife. It is not done that way.
How are you doing? A very important message for the men. Make una hear this message, oh. Never, ever buy Highlander for your mother and come and buy Corolla for your wife. I repeat, never in your life buy Highlander for your mama, come buy Uber Corolla for your wife. Baban liar, foolishness, at stupidity. Or come together, they come born imbecility. Now you just do so. Instead, buy a Highlander for your wife and Corolla for your mother. If your mother wants Highlander and you cannot afford it because you just bought for your wife, let her husband buy Highlander for her. Hey, where was my wife when my mother was suffering to raise me? When my mother was making sacrifices? Where was my wife? Where was my wife? Those sacrifices your mother made for you, your wife will make them for your children. That's the cycle of life. That Highlander you're buying for your wife, your father should have bought it for his own wife. And if they missed it, don't inherit the problems of the previous generation and use it to suffer yourself in the new generation. God bless you.
Well, at this point, I disagree with Daddy Freeze. There are some things that are better left silent. You don't need to talk. You don't need to bring them to the public for discourse or for arguments, because in one way or the other, it may bring problems. Live your life the way you understand it and the way it will give you joy. The way your family is, in fact, the orientation you have about your family, live the life like that. This life, there's no way you can replicate. It doesn't have a duplicate. You cannot copy somebody's relationship into your own. It may not work. Everybody is just like an exercise book that has so many pages. So this life, this marriage, this relationship, it has several pages. You have to try to open your own page and live according to how you understand the page of that your particular book that you are reading. You cannot copy from other people. So by Daddy Freeze, you may do that and succeed. Another person from a different family will do that and wouldn't succeed. So it's not a very good advice that should come to the public. Do the way you understand and do the way it will favor your family. If you know the kind of wife you married. But as I know, I want to believe that if you have a wife you have married, that is your nuclear family, your immediate family that should be prioritized. Look into your family very well before extended family. That does not mean that you will not take care of your parents. My father advised me then that if you are doing well, you have several families to take care of. You have to take care of your nuclear family first, you take care of your wife family, and you take care of your own family as a man. I believe so much in that. And if you have the money and your mother desire for a particular car, you can buy it for her. Tell your wife you guys can go together, or just let her know that this is what you want to give to your mother. And some good women wouldn't alter, they wouldn't say anything. But I think that your wife who is with you, cooking for you, having children for you, sleeping with you, now you dey knack now, all those things, you should be able to look into it and know that yes, she deserves also the best, just as your mother do. Well, it's, as I said earlier, it's not something we can argue. Do it the way it will favor you. Do it the way it will give you joy. Let another person do it the way it will favor the person and give or return joy back to the person's family. So it's not what we can argue at all, based on my own understanding. I don't know about you. So my correct, loving and wonderful people, at this point I want to say thank you so much for watching. Remain ever blessed. Please, as I said earlier, if you haven't subscribed, show us some love. Just love, not as if we are giving you the best, not at all. Just show us love and subscribe to this YouTube channel. God bless you for doing that. Bye for now till we meet again, same station.